The graveyard is full of wasted potential. Let that one drop for just a second. If this video has appeared on your feed, it is no coincidence. The universe doesn't work that way. You have called this in, consciously or subconsciously, to give you this message. And in this video, I'm going to share with you why this is your sign to go all in on you, go all in on your life right now. I'm going to share the biggest mistakes and ways that people are holding themselves back from living their fullest life, from living their fullest expression. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to share with you a resource, a free resource that will help you start to create an unstoppable and unrecognizable 2025 before we've even started. Hello, if you're new to this channel, my name's Kirsty Elizabeth. Welcome. And if you're returning, hi friends. I help people awaken their true self and activate their hidden potential. And that is exactly what I want to do in this video and through the free resource that I'm about to share with you at the end of this video. The graveyard is full of wasted potential. This was an opening quote on one of the episodes of Owning Manhattan by Ryan Serhant. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. So many of us have so many hidden talents, so many things that we can do, so many things that we haven't even discovered about ourselves, so many beautiful gifts that we can share with the world that are yet to come out through us when we're fully expressed. And it's such a shame to go to the grave with all of these. I want to ask you a serious question. How much of your potential do you think you are using right now? Scientists say that they believe we're using about 10% of our potential, which is crazy, which means there is so much within us that is ready to be explored, ready to be activated, ready to be used, right? Ready to be expressed. So are there things that you have always wanted to do, that you always fancied doing, things that you've wanted to do for a living, maybe for a job, but you've just never had the courage, you never thought you were good enough? There's been too many blocks, too many beliefs, too many limitations that have really held you back. What are those things? What are those things that you think you could be good at if you even gave it a go? What are those things that make you feel good inside, that make you want to do something? Because if you are getting any of these nudges right now, it's because you're supposed to be following that path. You are supposed to be following your passion, following your excitement, and doing the things that light you up. You're supposed to be exploring what you are capable of right now. But as I said at the beginning, there are so many things that hold us back as a population that we do end up going to the grave with our potential. And that's just too sad to think about. So if anything is coming up for you right now and you're thinking, oh my God, maybe I should take a chance on myself, listen to that. It's your inner knowing. It's a nudge from your soul trying to guide you to actually take those actions. So I understand why we get stuck, because most of us have the same blocks. Most of us hold ourselves back from even unlocking that and exploring that because we are waiting for the right time. The right time. We're waiting for circumstances to change. We're waiting for conditions to change. We're waiting so that everything feels a bit easier. We're waiting for everything to be in place. But this is a wake-up call. That's never going to happen. You have to be the change that you want. You have to create that change within you. You have to make uncomfortable decisions, big, bold moves. You have to do the things when everything isn't lined up. It's never going to be lined up. This is just a way that we have to self-sabotage so that we never have to do it, because we're never going to feel ready. The thing is, if you are inspired to do something that you've not done before, if you have these knowings and these prompts and these nudges trying to take you in a new direction, it's in the unknown. The ego, the subconscious mind, does not like the unknown. The unknown is scary to them. Your soul is jumping for joy at the thought of going into the unknown because it can start expressing more of what you're about, right? It's change, it's doing things differently, it's inviting new things, it's inviting magic and miracles. That all happens in the unknown, but to the ego and the subconscious, it is unsafe. And so we wait for the right time because we want to stay in comfort. But your comfort zone is killing your potential, your fulfillment, your joy, what you are here to do. The more you stay in your comfort zone, the longer you are going to stay stuck, the longer you are going to wish that you could do something that you're not doing, the longer you're going to feel frustrated with yourself for not doing it, for not following your passion, for not following your dreams. The right time is now. There is only ever now. And I actually did another video on this recently where I was talking about indecision and waiting for the right time. The longer you stay in indecision, the longer you are putting off your dreams. You're staying safe. It's a safety mechanism. You're staying in your comfort zone. Don't listen to your mind telling you that you just can't decide. It's deliberately stopping you from doing something different, doing something new, and actually unlocking more of your potential. You need to be brave. You need to be willing to get out of your comfort zone, and you need to be willing to do what most people won't do. Now, let me know in the comments what is coming up for you right now. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? What is coming up as something that you would love to explore, that you would love to try out? Where are you holding yourself back? Where are you stopping yourself from living the life that you want to live? What is coming up? Let me know in the comments. Drop it in the comments now. Another huge way that most of us hold ourselves back is through the story that we tell ourselves. We can so often tell ourselves a story, again, to keep ourselves safe and to avoid the discomfort of making these bold moves, of moving in spite of fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of being a laughing stock if we try something and it doesn't work, right? So we tell ourselves these stories that, well, it works for them because they are prettier, they're younger, they're older, they're more experienced, they're from a younger generation, they're more used to social media, they are whatever, fill in the blank, they are married, they are single, they are a parent, they're not a parent, whatever. Like, we can come up with all sorts of reasons and excuses as to why someone else can do it and why we can't. And so many of us get caught in the trap of feeling that it's too late. It's too late. I've already come this far in my life. It's too late to change now. Well, I hate to drop it to you, but it's never too late. And in fact, one of my coaching clients started working with me when she was in her 60s. And she actually left her corporate job, which had been giving her a lot of stress and burnout at the time anyway. And she actually ended up writing the first draft of a novel, which is something she'd wanted to do for 30, 40 years and never believed in herself, never allowed herself to explore that. And then she started her own business and became a coach in her 60s. So it's never too late. Think of the people that we love. Oprah, for example, she could have really stuck into the story of her upbringing. She was born into poverty. She suffered from abuse. Yet she became one of the wealthiest billionaire women in the world. And it's not just about her success, it's about the impact that she has been able to create across millions and millions and millions of people across the world, uplifting their life, adding value to their lives, right? Samuel L. Jackson was a late bloomer in the acting world. I think he was around 40 when he got the role in Pulp Fiction. And then you've got J.K. Rowling with the Harry Potter series. She spent so long trying to create success through being an author, through her books. And it wasn't until much, much later on that her books took off, that the Harry Potter took off. So it's never too late. And the thing is, you can then sit there telling yourself, yeah, well, it's okay for them because fill in the blank, right? Look for that excuse, look for that limiting belief because it's just a belief. It's a limitation and it's a story to keep you where you are, which is not where you want to be because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. You are no different to them. We are all born exactly the same. Now, granted, we are all conditioned with a different program in our mind, and that is pretty much what controls our entire reality. So that is the only difference. Otherwise, you have the same access to inspiration. You have the same level of potential within you that is waiting to be unlocked. You have the same power to create your own life. You have the same access to source energy, the universe. You know, when you start understanding and really embodying the manifestation principles, law of attraction, law of vibration, you have the same power to bring in anything that you desire in your life. It's not that they're different to you. It's just they've learned how to make life work for them. And that is exactly what you can do as well. Even though we are all programmed completely differently, the beauty of this, our power in creation, comes from the fact that we can reprogram anything in our minds. So whatever those beliefs that are coming up, whatever that idea about who you are and where you've come from and why you can't have anything different, why your life can't change, you can even rewire that coding inside your brain too. So there's no excuses. It really is your time to go all in. Go all in on yourself, go all in on your life. Your life isn't predetermined. There is no one specific path for you. There are infinite possibilities at any moment in time. At any time, your life can take a massive shift. It can take a massive change. You've just got to be open to receiving it and ready to take action on it, ready to claim it, ready to decide, to choose it and to choose you, perhaps for the first time in your life. So drop me a comment right now and tell me if you are going to go all in on you. Set that intention, send it out to the universe. When you commit to it through a comment, it's going to make it more powerful because you're actually then going to feel like you need to be accountable to that. So drop it in the comments, say I'm going all in or all in, whatever it is that you want to do. Even if you want to share what you're going all in on, what this video has inspired you to change, what it's motivated you to take action on, drop it in the comments. Let us all see, let us all support you. You are not in this alone. So I want you to think about your life as a movie. If you want to understand the story you're telling yourself right now, if you looked at your life right now, what kind of movie would it be? What is the storyline? Who are you as the main character? Where is this story going if it was to continue to play out as it is right now? Does it have a comedy theme? Is it exciting? Is there a hero? Is there a transformation? Is it action-packed? Is it full of love and romance? Or is it a really sad story? What is it right now? Because if you look at your life that way, then you can really see how you're living it out right now, how you're playing it out. And I want you to know that you have complete control over this, by the way, and you can change it anytime. So again, let me know in the comments, what is the movie that you are playing out right now of your life? And there's no judgment here. We're here to change. We're here to go all in. And then once you've done that, I've got a brief exercise for you. So I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths in. So breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Just give yourself a second to come into your body, to let your mind relax, focusing on your heart, focusing on your breath, allowing your body to just feel more relaxed, dropping deeper into your cell. And now I just want you to imagine that nothing changes. I want you to imagine that we are at the end of 2025, a year from now, and that nothing's changed. Your life is just continuing on the path it's on right now, and nothing has changed. And I want you to imagine what that looks like. Where will you be? How will you feel? What do you envisage around you? Who do you imagine being around? And I'll take that vision even further into the future, 5 years into the future. How has this life unfolded? This story, this movie? And let's go 10 years into the future. Now let's go 20 years into the future. 20 years from now. What's happened if you have children? They're all grown up. Are you still with your partner? Are you still doing the same thing for your job? Are you still living in the same house? Do you still have the same habits? The same problems, the same challenges? What's changed? What's the same? Okay, so now just open your eyes quickly. We're just going to shake that out. So just shake your body out. Brush that off, just in case it's brought anything undesirable. Just shake that off. And now we're going to close our eyes again. So again, just close your eyes. And I want you to imagine that your life has had a radical transformation, that you left this video and decided to go all in on you and your life, that you decided to go all in on taking action on the life you actually wanted to live. No excuses, no more waiting, no more people pleasing. And I want you to imagine it's a year from now, at the end of 2025. What has changed in your life? What are you doing now? Where are you? Who's around you? How are you feeling? What's possible? And now just take that 5 years. And now take that 5 years into the future. It's 5 years from now. Now what's possible? What's happened? What's different? What's changed? And now take it 20 years. 20 years into the future. How different is your life? Your friends, your family, your finances, your joy, your fulfillment. What does that look like now? How do you feel? Okay, amazing. You can open your eyes again. And now you have two choices. You can follow the first path, which is staying exactly the same and not taking action, not going all in. And you know where that leads you because you've just seen it. Or you can take the second path, which is the path that most people avoid. Most people want to stay the same. They avoid the discomfort of creating something new. It requires you to be brave. It requires you to be bold. But you have just seen what it could look like in 1, 5, and 20 years' time if you decide to go all in. So the way most people change is the conventional way, which I call the old way. So most people are taking step-by-step actions to try and change their lives. Joe Dispenza will talk about this being matter to matter. They are looking at their outside reality and then they are trying to make things happen on the outside. They are trying to control things. They are trying to take incremental steps to get to where they want to be. So they are making small incremental steps towards their goals all the time. And it takes a long time to get to where they want to go. The conventional way, we already know in society as going to school, doing well in your exams, going to college or university, getting a job, working your way up, retiring, dying, right? But I like to talk about the quantum way. So the quantum way is the new way. And I never knew that about this before. So the quantum way is where we focus all of our energy on our inner transformation. And I don't know why we're not taught this at school. This is something we should all understand how to do. Because the fact is, in order to change your life, you need to change yourself. You are that change. And the more you pour into you and become a new version of yourself, a different version of yourself, a more expanded version of yourself, you will then be triggering law of attraction to then magnetize and attract synchronicities, conditions, circumstances, and people. So you will be sending out a different energy. You'll be attracting different things back into your life, which will ultimately help you to make a quantum leap towards the life that you want to live, towards your goals, towards whatever it is that you want as an outcome. So we don't need to do it this way anymore. We can do it on this way. And so when I talk about going all in, I'm really talking about going all in on you, because when you change you, you change everything. I did this and really committed to going all in on myself, to really understanding how I worked, my mind worked, to really overcome the sets of limitations, all the things we've spoken about in this video, the things that hold us back. At the time, I had a business that I'd had for several years and it had been doing really, really well, and it had been paying me nicely for a long time. All of a sudden, the sales stopped, the income stopped. We even had to stop getting paid for a little while. But by going all in on me and actually overcoming all the things that we've spoken about in this video, by actually pouring into myself and going all in, I was able to massively turn that around. In fact, we went from almost losing the business to hitting a £1 million sales year, which we'd never hit before, in the next 12 months. And this then led me on to becoming a coach and wanting to understand all of this at a deeper level, understand our potential, what we're capable of, how to actually get out of our own way. And then this led me on to becoming an energy healer. And this led me on to starting my own handmade product brand, which I recently launched this year, and going all in on YouTube right now. So things can change. You can end up doing so many things that you didn't even anticipate doing as soon as you start pouring into you, because you're no longer living by the limits of the mind, by the limits of society, by the limits of other people's expectations, and you're allowing yourself to actually be guided from within to what it is that you actually desire for your own life. So I hope that's inspired you a little bit. And if you're thinking, I'm ready to go all in, but how? What do I do next? Don't worry, I have just the thing for you. So I promised at the beginning of this video that I was going to share with you a free resource that would help you create an absolutely unrecognizable 2025 before it's even begun. Starting tomorrow, I have a 5-part free workshop in which I'm going to share 5 absolutely crucial shifts that you have to make internally in order to radically transform your life, get out of your own way, untap your hidden potential, and become the person you were destined to be. I'm really, really excited to share these with you. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. And you can also click the link in the comments, and that will take you to a page where you can sign up to get this series delivered to your inbox every single day for the next 5 days. If you're watching this after I publish the series, don't worry, you can still sign up, click the link in the comments, and you will be able to receive these on a drip-fed basis, or you'll be able to binge watch them Netflix style. The choice is yours. If you've enjoyed this video and you like the sound of this series, please make sure you share it with anybody else that needs or wants to hear this, or anyone else in your life that you feel would really, really benefit from listening to this and from making their own changes too. It is my intention for this series to help 1 million people all around the world create a shift in part of their lives, their entire life, just from watching one of these videos or from watching the whole series. It really is my intention to make massive change and massive transformation in people's lives. So over these next 5 days, I'm also going to be sharing a couple of tools that you can use right now so you can start making that change instantly. And the beautiful thing about this is when you make that decision, when you make that change, when you start taking action, then the universe responds. And so you will be met with synchronicities, and the right things will sort of be unfolded in your path, helping you get to where you want to be. So I would love to be a catalyst for that. And I would appreciate you sharing this with anyone that you think would love to hear it too. So in the meantime, I will love you and leave you. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, which is going to be called 2025, The Pregame.